Ismail, did you go by yourself?
Yep, I did.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Yeah.
such a chicken.
I'm
You know,
sorry?
I'll do door hangers all day long, but it's there's something about being by myself and knocking on the door. I'm fine if my son's with me or if I have another agent with me.
Yeah.
You're brave.
Well, let's just say that I have a mentor that is a bit devil, so he kind of pounds on me a little bit, so
Did he?
I kind of didn't have an alternative here.
It's good, good.
Yeah.
Those mentors rock.
Yeah.
That one in particular, huh?
As much as I want to smack talk, I got 16 leads, so what can I say here?
That's right. No, obviously that worked really good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool to hear. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, let's try to materialize on some of those first. That will be that's
Yeah.
when the next big congratulation can come out of.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not that bad too. After you get a couple doors through, then all of a sudden it's a common answer in that neighborhood. I think the only difference is every once in a while you're gonna get a couple of people that will be like, oh, this is a no soliciting neighborhood and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, well, you can either accept their word, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm not letting their word affect my future here. So hell no, I'm just going to the next street and I keep going.
Keep going. Good. That's awesome. Good job.
Thanks.
I love hearing more about your success door knocking, Ismail.
I completely forgot there's a couple people here. I
love it. Happy Wednesday, you guys. Good morning, Park Meadows. How's everybody doing? Woo.
Awesome. How are you?
Good. Good. So we've got an awesome morning ahead of us today, and a handful of ground to cover. How's your second quarter going so far? We're 2 weeks in to the second 12 weeks of the year.
I'm getting close to a close. I just passed appraisal yesterday, so I'm happy I have a listing. Just listening to the buzz out there, it's been disconcerting a little bit, and I'm just like, but I have a listing, so that feels good.
Love that. Absolutely. And listings most definitely equal leverage today, probably more than in any other market, with as time and energy consuming as working with a buyer can be, and obviously being in that position in negotiations with a buyer. So awesome on your listing. We are going to dive more into what's going on in the market here. In 2 weeks, we're going to do a panel of how to win in this competitive market, and chat more with agents who are winning more listings and are winning offers for their buyers. So check that out. That's going to be 2 weeks from today, and last team meeting of the month. All right. Let's dive in. Might I possibly be able to share today?
You have the
that
power.
Would be lovely. Wonderful. Okay. Here we go, guys. Let me bring everybody up on my other screen. Okay, we've got a lot to cover today. And we are going to start off the way we're going to start off at least 2 of our team meetings every month when we get together as a community and have the opportunity to talk shop and celebrate our businesses. I'm going to bring you guys back to who we are as a community at Keller Williams. So we're going to start today talking about our MVVBP, which you'll see in the bottom corner of the screen, your MVVBP, which stands for Mission, Vision, Values, Beliefs, and Perspectives. Our mission as a company to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Ismail, every time you knock on a door, you're building that legacy worth leaving. Yes, you are. Don't forget that, right? And on your way there, you'll deliver experiences worth giving, right? For yourself, for your family, for your clients. All of that builds to a life worth living, right? Which is supported by your business worth owning in a career worth having. So kudos to you all who make it happen today. Our vision to be the real estate company of choice for you, the agent, and for your customers. Our values, God and family first, and then business, right? And all of that shows up inside of the conversations that we're having, right? Inside of the leverage that you're putting inside of your business, right? In the mastermind panel that we're going to have in a couple of weeks, how to win in a competitive market. Well, let's talk about how that allows you to have the leverage you need to put your family first. Right? So always keeping that vision and our values in our forefront. Our beliefs, these are the rules by which we do business at Keller Williams, right? It's a win-win or no deal. We have integrity to do the right thing. Customers always come first. We have commitment in all things. Communication, we seek first to understand. Creativity, putting ideas before results. Teamwork, together, everyone achieves more. And trust starts with honesty. Equity creates opportunities for all. And success results through people. To our perspective, this is how we see ourselves. We're a technology company that provides real estate platform that our agents, buyers, and sellers prefer. Keller Williams thinks like a top producer, acts like a trainer consultant, and focuses all of its activities on service, productivity, and profitability. Awesome. What do you guys think about that? Thoughts, feedback? Who learned something new today? Oh, good. We have another 55 minutes for you, so we'll aim to change that. And Patrick, you might be able to change that. I've got you on deck next.
I do have something new to help everyone learn something. So biggest news today, we just re-released our lock and shop loan program. So basically what that means is a client who's pre-approved can lock in their rate before they find their house. If rates drop during that time, they can float down, which basically means they get the lower rate or the current rate. If rates go up, they're protected. So they know where their max rate will be. So this is really, I'm actually surprised they re-released it because it's been so volatile. But this is huge because we're expecting rates to go up 0.5% to 1% in the next 12 months. So if we can lock them before they find their house, then they're protected. It's a win for the buyer no matter what. If rates go up, they're protected. If rates come down, they get the current rate. So
how long is the lock on that, Patrick?
90 days. The other catch is they have to go under contract within 45 days. Otherwise, we kind of have to start over. The lock goes away and we kind of got to start over. Yeah, so basically they just need to be under contract within 45 days, closing within 90 days of locking it. So you're super, super motivated people. I would recommend it for every single one of them. It does not work on high balance loans, which are loans over the national conforming loan limit. So that is about 550, just to give you a round number. So if the loan's over 550, we can't do it. And then it wouldn't work on like down payment assistance or something like that. Although down payment assistance, their rates hardly ever change. They're very slow to change their rates. And then it will work on conventional, FHA, and VA. So really cool program. I would recommend it for any super motivated, like I'm going to be out there looking every weekend type client. So really cool program. I have a presentation on appraisals next. Let me look at my calendar. Oh, if I know how to work my calendar. Tuesday at 11 a.m. I'll share the link, but we're going to have an appraisal management company talk about what they're seeing with these increasing prices. How are appraisers appraising properties? What can they use? What can't they use? Should you be there for the inspection? What should you bring? They're going to go over just how appraisals work and how they've kind of been affected by this crazy market. So should be very helpful, especially if you're putting appraisal gaps and appraisal waivers in your offers. And if you're a listing agent, so you can kind of gauge, you know, where the value is going to come in at. So pretty cool class. It's only an hour long webinar, 11 a.m. Tuesday. So I will share that. And then the last class update I have, I will be doing tips and tricks to win bidding wars again. It'll probably be sometime next week as well. So I'll let you know how that goes and when we're doing it. Cool.
Awesome. I love that. Any chance either of those are going to be recorded? Because I think that Tuesday class, we have a conflict on our training calendar. And I know that people are going to be torn between going to one over the other.
Yeah, we'll probably record it so we can send it out.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. That would be really awesome.
So hopefully you learned something, but I think the biggest news is the lock-in shop. I mean, if it were my mom buying a house, just to give you an example of how much I believe in it, I'd tell her to do it just to protect her rate. So. Cool.
It doesn't sound like there's a downside to it.
There really isn't. Yeah, there really isn't. So.
Awesome.
All
Awesome.
right.
Well,
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Patrick. Good to see you. All right. Hey, Donna, what do you have for us today?
Well, what I've got for you today is we are having some issues with clarification on a couple points. When you're writing an inspection, objection, or even a resolution, please work out some details on how that's going to be done, when they're going to get paid. Are they going to get paid at closing? The vendor going to be paid at closing? And because our subs are so far behind in doing work, and if they escrow the money, it's 1.5 times. The seller can go ahead and pay that in advance, and then the buyer can schedule when it's going to be done. So we're having some issues on that currently. The other thing I'd like to say is those of you that have not paid your board dues, please do so. 4 times I've sent out notices for many people who are not paying their dues, and we have a fairly long list. So I'm going to be sending out something else again. Let's see, the third thing is we have, and not so much our agents, but the agents you're dealing with, their communication skills are lacking. I'll just put it that way. So if you have somebody who is hard to communicate with, I would suggest phone, text, email, and see if you can have a conversation with them. We are having some issues with agents on the other side deciding if they get their 15 offers, they don't have to call anybody. And if you're a listing agent, you get a lot of offers, please be sure to call and say, thank you so much for putting in your offer. I really appreciate it. But however, the seller chose another offer. It's really important to be kind to your fellow agents at this point. And that is a huge battle right now. I'm getting many calls from many agents saying, I can't get the other agent to call me. I don't know what to tell you other than just keep trying, or even call the office and say, did they die? You know, where are they? You know, be sarcastic if you have to. But the bottom line is we have to teach them to be, poor Amy's can't keep a straight face, but the communication with our fellow agents are super, super important. And I really appreciate if you guys would do that, and it would reflect greatly on our office and how we train you guys to do that. So that's all
I tell
got
you,
today.
I'm hearing from agents every single day that it was their reputation or their relationship or the way that they approached the conversation with the listing agent that was the deciding factor, right?
Absolutely.
So we can't overlook how far every little thing goes in such a highly competitive market. And this isn't a little thing, right?
No. Well,
This
and
can be a
the
real
other thing is, and I really congratulate our agents on this, more of our agents, which we've preached on, are calling the listing agent and saying, what's important to the seller? What would be important to the seller? Sometimes price is not always the thing. Sometimes it's, do they move out? Do they get a post-closing for free? You know, there are other issues on the table. And so that's another one that I really want to congratulate our agents on, because they're doing so much. They're doing those phone calls and trying to get their buyers to write those contracts that would be acceptable to the buyers.
Yeah.
Their sellers, I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so what else, Donna? Anything else today?
No, not today. I'm sure I'll have some more next week. I get calls every day.
Awesome. Well, hey, happy birthday to you. Yeah, that's it. That's all you get. That's all you want, I promise. It doesn't get any better after that. But happy birthday, April babies. Joining me in my birth month. Woo! Celebration all April long. Happy birthday to Bretland and Lauren Cross and Adrian Geyer and Christine Kim and Irene Schick. Happy birthday, Christine and Irene. You guys are on today. And Heidi, happy birthday to you. And Brittany Hamrick, Ricky Garris, happy birthday to you coming up. Carrie Hemmingson and Neil McGowan. Happy birthday, you guys. Which means we must be celebrating anniversaries next. Kudos to you and many more for your KW anniversary. Justin Thornton, Heidi Fitzgerald, Kiana Malone, Brittany Hamrick, Harrison Baker, Frankie Rodriguez, Jonathan Price, and Jared Lombardi. Hats off to you guys. Happy anniversary to you all. Here's to another amazing year. I tell you, at the end of the month when we get together, we're going to share some Q1 stats. Amazing year. You guys are killing it out there. I'm so honored and impressed to be in business with all of you, and congratulations on another great year, and congratulations Eric Denning on capping in March. Congrats to Eric and to Joy Frazier. You guys are awesome, earning 100% of your commissions. Hooray! Check this out. Top 5 listers for March. I don't have the numbers right in front of me. I'm trying to remember, but Distinct Group topping the list with the most listings taken in March. How many did you guys have? I think you had 8. I don't know if that sounds right or not. It could have been 5. But Debbie Dillman and Lauren Cross tied with 3 apiece, and Success Group and Tom Hennessy with 2. Top 5 sold volume in March. Ryan Davis and Ryan & Co. in first place for March. The Geyer Group coming in second. Gwen Ham still on the list, baby. You're having a killer year. Top 3 sold volume for March. Distinct Group and Mr. Tom Hennessy rounding out the list. Written volume. So this is your prediction of being on the top 5 list for sold volume next month. Ryan & Company, number 1, Harrison Baker, Gwen Ham, Joy Frazier, and Lauren Cross. The year-to-date numbers. I tell you what, the volume's up in the office on the big board. Next time you're in, take a look at this. But we've got some folks who came to win in 2021. I tell you what, the Geyer Group already hit 10 million in closed volume year to date. Congratulations to the Geyer Group. With the Distinct Group in second place. Gwen Ham, third place year to date, holding your own against the top teams in our office. I know you are one busy lady. Congratulations on your success this year. Rounding out the top 5 year to date, the Success Group and Ryan & Company. Team Colorado Vistas, Harrison Baker, the Ben Kenny team, Tom Hennessy and Irene Schick topping up our top 10. Congratulations, you guys, on having an awesome start to your year. And kudos for you. 3 listed, 4 sold, 4 listings for Distinct. Heidi, I don't know where our numbers differ from yours, but thanks for keeping us in check there. Congratulations, you guys. Stellar year. And I teased a little bit on this, what we have coming up for you in our team meetings. Next week, we have a very special guest coming with Homekeeper to talk to us more about how this tool that we have as Keller Williams agents can be partnered with Command to help us really increase and enhance our lead generation and our lead follow-up efforts, and how you can use it to leverage your business with our special host next week, Ms. Amy Skillen. Whoa. So everybody be here, right? Have cameras on, make solid eye contact with your screen. She'll be fine. It'll be a great meeting. Obviously, a lot to pour into your business next week, and then the following week, the last week of the month, we're getting together again. We've got a mastermind panel discussion, how to win in this competitive market, right? What top agents are doing to combat buyer fatigue, pricing strategies. What's happening inside of the market. We're also looking at, how they're winning on listing appointments, how they're winning in multiple offer situations, what all of those things look like. So that's going to be an awesome meeting, very timely, obviously, as we're at the peak of our spring selling season. You guys are awesome. This Friday, don't miss it. We've been hosting watch parties on Fridays. I know a lot of you are tuning in and watching the streams on Facebook, even after the fact. We're going to continue to do this when we find something really valuable that we want y'all to be able to be a part of. Last week, Dave Jenks taught a live virtual class for the Colorado region, and it was phenomenal. The feedback that I heard was astounding. Amy got a chance to be a part of that, and it was so good. We wanted to make sure that everybody got another chance to tune in. So we're hosting that watch party this Friday. You can log into the Zoom link. You can hop onto Facebook Live, either or, to be able to participate on that. Spring masterminds. just so that everybody's aware, KWRI, that's Keller Williams Realty International, they host about 4 kind of large scale events every year that are designed to bring agents together and allow them the opportunity to network and mastermind. We just finished the first one, which is in February. That's Family Reunion. Big convention, training, masterminds, all of those pieces. Our second largest event of the year is coming up in August, September, and that's Mega Camp, right? Huge convention, training, learning event, lots of networking opportunities. But then in the spring and in the fall, we have a spring mastermind and a fall mastermind and business planning clinic that KWRI holds for us. These events are virtual and very inexpensive. Spring masterminds are just $59 to attend. It includes lots of main stage keynote speakers, as well as smaller group agent masterminds, where you're talking to agents from across the country about what's happening in their business, what they're doing to be successful, and you're coming up with those ideas together. It's next week on Wednesday and Thursday, the 21st and 22nd. You can still register. Only $59 to be a part of this. And I'm kind of excited about one of the keynotes. I don't know if she's still on local TV, but I remember years ago watching this chick and just thinking she was the coolest. She's Amelia Earhart, who used to do like the traffic and the helicopters, all of that, right? On, I don't know, Channel 9 or 7 or something like that. But she's actually one of the keynote speakers for this, talking about building a life by design. Right. So so that will be definitely very, very impactful. Make sure that you register for that soon. I believe they close registration prior to Mastermind so they can put you in your groups. So to be safe, I would register today or tomorrow to make sure that you get in to those Mastermind specific groups. I know that I've personally had a ton of business breakthroughs from just ideas that are shared in those Mastermind sessions. So I would highly encourage you to block those 2 days out on your calendar, look further at the agenda. You can go to maps.kw.com and click on the Spring Masterminds icon to get more information. It might even be something like masterminds.kw.com, but don't quote me on that because I don't see a link on the screen here. MREA classes coming at the end of this month. We're bringing a Millionaire Real Estate Agent series into the Market Center. We're diving in deep onto the 4 models of being a millionaire real estate agent. So mark your calendars for Wednesdays after team meetings from 2 to 3 p.m. starting that last week of April and each week after that. So look for those on the training calendar. More information to come on that, but make sure you save the date now. Speaking of save the dates, let's make sure that we have our dates saved for Family Reunion. I'm going to share this again, just to, not Family Reunion, for Red Day. Let me make sure that you guys can hear this, because here's a quick video all about what Red Day is. Can you guys hear it? Yes, so mark your calendars for Thursday, May 13th, where we take a day away from our business to give, care, and share in the community. And Michael, do you want to share a little more with us about, oh, we're playing again. Sorry, guys. There we go. Do you want to share a little more with us about our cause for this year?
Yeah, absolutely. Should I share my screen to show the video? Or,
I think I have the video if you want to start with that.
yeah, let's start with the video.
Thank you for taking time to learn more about Covered and the issues we're fighting daily. I'd like to talk with you about slavery, specifically sex trafficking, which is modern day slavery. Slavery exists today. It exists in Denver, Highlands Ranch, Parker, Lone Tree, Aurora, and every town in Colorado. Trafficking is a $40 billion industry in the United States. In the last year alone, close to 1 million people were enslaved in the US. The Avery Center reports, according to online ads, there were over 100,000 unique prostituted individuals advertised in Colorado in 2019. These individuals are overwhelmingly 18 and over, and academic estimates are that 90% of prostituted adults are actually trafficked. That means we have approximately 90,000 people in Colorado who are being trafficked. While I'm giving you numbers, I see faces. You hear statistics, I hear stories. Stories of women, children, boys and girls being sold and raped 15 to 20 times a night. Horror stories of manipulation, drugging, and beating. People who once had dreams, but are now broken, abused, and have lost hope of ever having a normal life. Survivors struggle with suicide and say things like, I don't want to die, I just don't know how to live right now. At Covered, we extend a literal lifeline. Those who escape this horrible nightmare need food, housing, medical care, and counseling. The level of trauma inflicted on people who are trafficked changes the way their brain functions. What might be a normal activity for us may be extremely challenging for someone with significant trauma. Survivors need well-trained, trauma-informed, supportive individuals willing to walk alongside of them as they heal and get back on their feet. At Covered, we provide that team. Covered is the only trauma-trained 2-year program in Colorado providing case management to survivors 18 and up. We work with survivors, but we frequently find ourselves working with their children as well. We must break that cycle so their children do not end up in the same situation. Most importantly, we create a community of love and support. Meet Emily. She's in her 2nd year of the Covered program.
Well, my trafficking started when I was pretty young. I was under the age of 10. My trafficker was somebody that was very close to me, somebody that had all of my trust and all of my care in their hands. They were just bad people. I didn't know when I was younger that it wasn't right, of course, but I mean, I had no hope for a long time, you know. I felt like everybody in the world was bad. And just recently, I've started to learn that maybe everybody isn't so bad, you know. Without organizations like Covered, I definitely wouldn't be progressing the way that I am today. To date, I've been involved with Covered for a few months. They've helped me get my first apartment. They helped me find a custody lawyer for my little girl. And we're just, you know, I have a job that's stable, that I love. I have a great support system. My support system, I really feel like they're the angels on earth. You know, they're the ones that are helping me get through this and process. And, you know, I haven't had this much hope in years. It has been a long time coming. For the first time in my life, I feel like I have a support, like a community of people who genuinely care about whether I live or die. You know, they genuinely care about my well-being. And they're showing me what it is to have healthy relationships.
This past year, we had our first 3 graduates. Anna, one of our graduates, had been trafficked for over 6 years. As we helped her with the basics of housing, medical care, and food, Anna worked hard at overcoming addiction, completing counseling, and overcoming the fear that kept her down. She told us that as a little girl, she had dreamed of owning a salon and helping others feel beautiful. So Covered paid for the classes, and Anna earned her cosmetology license. Covered was also there when Anna welcomed her daughter into the world. Her case manager was her birth coach, and we helped Anna get back in contact with her family. Today, Anna is thriving. She is co-managing a salon, is self-sufficient, raising her 2 children, and loves her new life. There are so many more like Emily and Anna who need our help. Trafficking is a beast, and no one person or organization can stop it alone. We need communities, churches, brave men and women to step in. We need you. Thank you for taking the first step to learn what you can do.
So what do you guys think? Any questions about Covered? So what we're doing with Covered is there's basically 2 ways where we can help. One of them is obviously getting financial donations. So what we're doing is we can call all of our sphere, all of our clients, all of our vendors, everybody we do business with, and say, hey, we're supporting Covered, and do you want to make a financial contribution? I'll text out the office's PayPal link, so you can give that link to your clients or your vendors, and then they can make a donation through the PayPal link. I've also texted out it's an Amazon wish list. So oftentimes these survivors, when they leave the situation that they're in, they don't have anything with them. They basically have the clothes on their backs, and that's it. So Covered will put them into a safe house, and the safe house is basically a bedroom in a house, and they have nothing, right? They don't even have a towel to take a shower with. They don't have a cup to get, to have some tea with and stuff like that. They don't have deodorant, toiletries. So on the Amazon wish list, there's a whole bunch of items where, one of the things we're trying to do is we're trying to put together baskets, and then we'll fill the baskets with everything on the wish list. And, on Red Day, I'd love to be able to give Covered, 20 baskets so they can give the survivors along with a big check. So, your clients, your vendors, they can buy something off this Amazon wish list, or they can go ahead and make a financial contribution. Any questions there or anything?
Angela had a good question about the tax deductible option. So for our clients offering that PayPal link, which is a great question. I had the same one. How do we get them the info for tax deductible purposes?
Yeah, I can dig into that and get that out. I'm sure Covered, if we track, if, your client Joe Smith made a $100 donation, I'm sure we can have Covered get them a receipt. So I can dig into the logistics of that, but I'm sure we can make it so that's a tax write-off for sure.
Michael, where is that list again?
So it's in the chat. There's an Amazon link in the chat.
Got it. Thank you.
Michael, I had a question about the Amazon, what we buy there. Is it being sent to the office so that you can make the baskets, or? Right. So,
ideally, everything bought on the Amazon list will get shipped to the office. And then I'd like, on Red Day, all of us come to the office and build these baskets and then go give them the baskets. So don't forget to get your shirts. So I'd like to have all the shirts ordered by the 3rd Friday in April. So you got a couple weeks left to get your shirt order in, and then it's going to take them 2 weeks to get here. So that gives us about a week to get them out to everybody. So if you haven't gotten your shirt yet, order your shirt as well. And that link is the Google Forms link on our KW office page on Facebook. Well, that's all I got for Red Day.
And if we have clients who, instead of maybe, giving them this list, because I was going to share with my sphere as well, maybe they have kids and they want to do this kind of activity together, to go shop or do something like that. I presume that's acceptable too. And we could just gather those items and bring them to the office on Red Day, right?
Correct. Yeah, you could look at the Amazon wish list,
yeah. Okay.
And then they could make their own baskets and bring it to the office. Correct.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll ask another one. Do we get a chance when we're bringing in these items after we assemble the baskets and go to Covered? Will we get to meet some of the folks that are the oversight or leaders or organizers of Covered?
Yeah, we'll meet the folks at Covered. Yes.
And as we get a little closer to Red Day, we'll have a schedule of events for that day. When will we meet at the office? How long will we be here organizing the baskets? What will those pieces look like?
Yep.
Or at least I'm assuming we will. I guess I'm putting Michael on the spot.
Yeah, we'll get that out. I think our focus right now is trying to get the word out to start receiving Amazon shipments, or people saying, hey, our clients have put together 5 baskets or whatever. This way we start having an idea. And then once we have an idea of how many baskets get put together, then we'll put out a time to say, hey, come to the office, let's build this.
Cool. Awesome, Michael. Thank you so much for sharing this, and for the culture committee for putting this together, and all of the organization inside of this. The flyer that you see here is available on our Facebook page. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Amy, what are the chances we can put a Red Day folder in the resources to make sure that all of these are grab and go for people to?
You got it. I'll take care of it today.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Maybe even like everything that's here. So the Amazon link is there, the flyers there, the videos there, so people can just grab and go what they need.
Yep, sure will.
Cool. Love that. KWPMresources.com gets you to our shared Google Drive folder, where you have access to this, I guess, by the end of the day. So thank you, Amy, and all of the other things. We're working for agents who are not CTM users to add Damien's clause manual to the resources as well. But there's a lot in there, including a whole bunch of scripts. If you've ever wondered what to say and when to say it, that's a great place to go to dive into some of those resources, which is the perfect segue for what I'm sure you guys are all here for today. It's our script championship. I'm super excited for this. We're going to have so much fun as a team, helping each other kind of sharpen our saw and move our way closer to the grand prize, which is the Mega Camp experience, the VIP Mega Camp experience. Now, I'm not entirely sure what that will entail because they haven't released details on Mega Camp yet. I don't even have a date. So as some of those details come out, the extent of this experience will be shared as well. But I promise you, this will be worth it, right? We're going all out on this experience to make sure it is phenomenal. And whoever walks away as the winner of our script championship will have the opportunity to represent Colorado on the next national stage for Battle of the Script Champions. Are you guys all like shaking with anticipation? Are we so excited? Okay. I want to share with you guys the rules. Today, everyone who would like to participate will have an opportunity to battle in round 1. We will choose a winner today from this session. In May, we will have another session. And then we'll probably have 2 in May and 1 in early June. And then in late June, we will have the finals. So the winner today automatically has a seat at the finals in late June. Okay. Everyone else who participates today may participate each time to secure a seat in the finals. So you'll have, this will be your opportunity for April. You'll have 2 opportunities in May and 1 more in early June. So everyone who participates today, who doesn't make it automatically to the finals, can continue to compete each week as we go through the competition here. Are we jazzed? I love this. I'm so excited. And for these first 4 competitions, as we make our way to the finals, all of the scripts will come from the Battle of the Script Champion guide that is available at outfront.kw.com or on kwconnect.com. If anyone has that link and can grab it and put it in the chat, that would be handy. The finals, however, will be different scripts. Okay, so just be prepared for that. Okay, so as we get ready to move through today, oh, Amy says it's also in the resources folder. Of course it is. That's awesome. Thank you, Amy. As we get ready to move through today, show of hands, either live because I can see your face hands, or digital hands by putting your name in the chat. Who's in today? Who wants to be the first one to make it to the finals? Ricky. All right, Ricky.
Ismail, you better put your hand up.
Why am I being put on the spot? Sure.
All right. There are so many talented individuals here.
Come on, you guys. I've heard you. You can do this. Let's do it.
All right, Irene's in, Christine's in.
Yes. Yes.
Or you hear the echo, one or the other, means the same thing to me.
I don't know why it's echoing so bad though.
Let me try this. All right. I love this. Well, okay. So Ricky and Ismail, I'm going to let you guys go first so we can see how, catastrophic this is and injury producing, and, send the EMTs to your house afterwards, because I'm sure this is going to cause you to pull, break, or strain something. I'm just kidding. It's going to be the easiest thing you've probably ever done. It's just like doing script practice with your friends behind closed doors. We're simply opening it up. Remember, how we play in here is how we play everywhere, right? So if you want to have the opportunity to win more conversations when you're talking to prospective buyers and sellers, I would highly recommend that you have those conversations with your colleagues first. Don't let the first time it comes out of your mouth be with a prospect, right? Be with somebody who could say yes or no. All right, so Ricky, since your hand was the first one up, you get to call the coin toss. And I don't have a coin, and I'm actually not very coordinated, so coin tosses don't go very well in my world. But I do have some itty bitty Post-it notes. So you'll see heads and tails. And so I'm going to go ahead and do my coin toss. Ricky, call it in the air.
Tails.
Tails it is. So Ricky, would you like to go first?
Nope.
Or would you like to go second?
Oh, of course, no. Okay.
Nope, Ismail gets to go first.
All right, Ismail, here you go. You guys will both be answering the same objection.
Great.
Okay, Ismail, you get to go first. Ismail, this all sounds great. Now I want to buy my next house before I sell the one I'm in. I'm afraid once I sell, I won't be able to find anything to buy. there's no listings out there. I think I should just wait.
Well, that's a very valid point, and I sure can appreciate what it is that the concern that you're currently having. Well, let me ask you this. What if we were able to sell your house and then place a contingency upon this contract so that you can go ahead and then buy your next property? In other words, you sell your house and then you carry on to go look for the next house. If you don't get the next house, then you don't have to carry on with this sale. Would that be something that you might be open to?
I didn't know that was something I could do.
Well,
That's awesome. Let's talk about that.
absolutely. I'll tell you what. Let me get all the documentation for you, and then why don't we get together? I will go in detail to explain exactly how this can work out. And then based on the information I provide, then you make the call, because really I will hate for you to have to wait on this situation, because what's happening right now is that the interest rate keep on going up and the price will also go up. So you can carry on with what you want, but you might end up spending more next year, which we can avoid this year. So let's get together tomorrow and then we can further discuss how we can make this happen. Will that work for you?
Yes, tomorrow works perfectly.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great job on that. Great job on that. Ricky?
Yep.
I want to buy my next house before I sell the one I'm in. You know, I'm afraid once I sell, I just won't be able to find anything to buy. There's no listings out there. I think I should just wait.
So you bring up a very valid point, and I hear this all the time from potential sellers and buyers. So we have a couple of different options. One, we could get you in front of a lender and find out if you could indeed purchase a second home before you sold this one, so you're not a contingent buyer, right? Number two, and we see this all the time, we can sell your house and we can get what's called a post-closing occupancy agreement, which means whoever's going to buy your house comes in and buys your house, and then you rent it back from them for up to 60 days. And in a lot of cases, we're seeing that rent is for free. So what it would look like is we put your home on the market, we will sell it for probably a ridiculous amount of money, and you still get to stay in the house rent-free for 60 days. We would make that part of the requirement of any offer that you would accept. And we got then 60 days from closing. The reality is probably about 75 or 80 days, well, from the time that you get under contract to go out and find you the next home. Do you believe we can get you your next home in 80 days? I certainly do. What do you think?
Well, I mean, if you say we can, then I'm going to trust you, Ricky.
Well, I appreciate that trust. I do not take that lightly. So I tell you what, let me get all the documents prepped and I'll present them to you, and you can go ahead and sign the documents. I'll get to work for you right away on selling your home, and then we'll get a search started right away and we'll go find you your next home. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Great.
Let's
We'll get
do it.
together tomorrow afternoon at 4. Does that work for you?
Yeah, I can do tomorrow at 4. Sure.
Tomorrow at 4, I'll show up. I'll have all the documentation to sell your house, and we'll have a conversation about what your next appreciating asset looks like, which people commonly call their home. And then just to throw in one other curveball, I'll bring in some details too on what it might look like if you simply put a renter in your current home and bought another one. And then you have a mortgage payment that you're making on your home, and we'll find a renter that can make the mortgage payment on this current home. And then you can make an informed decision from there.
Okay. Love it. How'd Ricky do? Yeah. You guys, this is tough. This is real tough cookies. And we must decide too, the chat, you go. Ricky or Ismail, who moves on to the next round? Who moves on to the next round? Get ready, Irene. Do I have anybody else who has their hands up today? Who else wants to play? Donna, you want to play? Michael, you want to play? Oh, this is getting good.
I thought you were voting on Ricky or Ishmael.
Oh, in the chat, I was asking who wants to go next.
Oh, sorry.
Then I'll take Donna.
Well, let's get ready.
Oh, no, you
Irene
don't.
and Michael, you're next. Irene and Michael, you're next. Amy's going to keep a weather eye on the chat. Once Irene and Michael are done, we'll determine who goes forward out of Ricky and Ismail. Okay, so Michael and Irene. Irene, since you put your hands up first, your virtual hand up first, and let me volunteer you for this. You get to call it heads or tails. What will it be?
Heads.
I lost it.
Oh.
And it is heads. So Irene, would you like to go first or second today?
Well, I'll go second.
Okay. Michael, you're great. And I want to list my house with you, but everyone in my neighborhood uses that other brand. And you're KW. I mean, the same realtor sends me emails every single week. I think I'll probably go with that other brand.
I can appreciate that. Let me ask you, besides sending you an email every week, what else is attracting you to that other brand?
You know, they sell a lot of houses in the neighborhood. I see their signs all over the place.
So is it a particular agent's sign that you see all over the place, or is it the brand that you see?
I don't know if it's the same agent or not, but they all have this balloon on their sign.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you this. As a top producer in my office, we sell more homes in the area than those balloon signs that you see all over the place. On average, most realtors, they sell somewhere between 3 and 7 homes a year, whereas we sell 3 to 7 homes a month. With that in mind, we have more experience than your other agent, and we can get you more money for your home. I can show you our MLS stats that show you on average, we're selling homes at 103% of list price, whereas right now, every other agent in our market is only selling homes at 97% of list price. So we're actually able to put 6% more in your pocket than those guys on the other signs. Let me show you what that looks like, and do the right thing, sign on the dotted line, and we'll get your home on the market right away. How's that sound?
Okay, that sounds good. Let's do it.
I
Awesome.
love that there's no pushback. This is like the easiest sell ever.
I told you, you're not going to pull a muscle doing this, are you? I mean, look at Ricky. He's fine.
And Ismail didn't die. He maybe sweat a little bit, but he did great. He did great.
Still sweating, though. It's not a little bit, by the way.
You guys are some of my favorite human beings in the entire universe. And Irene, you're great. But I want to list my house with you, but everyone in my neighborhood uses that other brand. And you know, you're KW. I mean, the same realtor sends me emails every single week. I think I'll probably go with that other brand.
Sure. And it sounds like this is somebody who you've met with, you have an established relationship with, and you feel really good about him or her listing your home. Is that right?
Well, I mean, so far it's really the reputation I'm going on. I haven't met with them.
Oh, well, if you haven't talked to that person yet, then I would encourage you to think about it this way. This is your largest investment, right? You've lived here for nearly 10 years. You have significant equity, and sure, you can go with somebody who spends a lot on marketing, but how about partnering with somebody who actually has the history, who has the opinions of people just like you, who have gone through the process with me and don't care about the sign as much, which, by the way, Keller Williams is the #1 real estate company in the world. We sell more than any other company, if that's important to you. We have more agents than any other company, if that's important to you as well. But the most important thing, I'm sure, that you're looking for is somebody who you can trust, somebody who goes the extra mile, and somebody who's going to get you the most money and the biggest return on your investment. And there's no question that that would be me. And I'm happy to show you why. I'm not a part-time agent. I'm one of the top producing agents in my office. And I'm proud of that because this is my job. Taking care of you is my job. So I'd love for you to check me out. Just don't take my word for it. Check me out. Look me up on Zillow or Google. You're going to see people just like you in your exact same situation that made the right choice to hire me and have rave reviews about the service. And I want you to have that too. You deserve that. So don't go with somebody who you just saw off of a sign that you don't have a relationship with. Pick somebody who is going to take care of you the way that you deserve. And I'd love for that to be me. What do you think? I think we should talk more about what you're going to get. I brought a list of comps. I've got a net seller sheet based on what you told me you owe on your home, so you can see very clearly in detail what you should walk away with. I think you're going to be very pleased. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. Let's dive in.
Great. Today at 10, tomorrow at 2.
Awesome. Today works.
Perfect.
Woohoo. You guys are rock stars. Okay. Voting is closed on Ismail and Ricky. Open for Irene and Michael. Put it in the chat now. Hey, Amy.
Yep. We have a tie. We have a tie.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, guys, we're going to go 2 more minutes on votes for Irene and Michael. Take us right to 12 o'clock to see who the winner is between those two. And so here's how this should go from here. The winner of Ricky and Ismail would go against the winner of Irene and Michael and make it all the way to the finals. And since we have a tie, we get to revisit them and Irene and Michael next team meeting that we do the script off. Whoever the winner is from Irene and Michael will then go up against the winner from the script off, or the tie-breaking script off from Ricky and Ismail. And between the 4 of you, whoever comes out on top will automatically advance to the finals. All right, we've got about 30 more seconds of having the chat open. So how was that, Irene, Michael? How'd it feel?
I was nervous. I'm not used to doing this in front of like all of my peers, and of course Michael is a formidable agent to go toe to toe with on scripts, so a little clammy, but fun. It's good to practice this stuff. You have to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Amy, do the math.
Dun, dun, dun. We have a winner. Irene Schick, you get to advance to the next round.
Awesome. So this is how we'll start off. Next team meeting, we will not do a full script battle. Okay, so this is the next team meeting that we are together as a group, which is on April 28th. Okay, the very first thing we'll do during that team meeting is the rematch of Ricky and Ismail. And then the winner there will go up against Irene. If any of the 3 of you have a conflict, reach out to me personally and we'll make a different arrangement if we need to. But we're going to dive into that right at, probably at the 11:03 mark. Next time we get together as a group on 4/28 for that team meeting. And then the winner of all of you guys, the 3 of you, the winner there will end up advancing all the way to the finals. Everybody else is eligible to participate again on 5/12 when we have our next script. I'm doing this without a calendar. 5/12, May 12th, when we have that next open script battle. So come prepared. We'll be using some of the same prompts and you can get those in the resources folder. Congratulations, Irene. We'll see you guys all in 2 weeks. Have a great day, everybody.